Hello everyone and welcome to Delaniel's Inn. We have been sitting here for quite some time and I think we are almost ready to go to our next adventure. I bet that's enchanted, that weapon looks cool. So when we left off, we came to the falconwing square. And I was talking about getting my professions and I couldn't resist, and I just looked in Fandro's bags. And I think we got spoiled just a little bit. We can't wear mail. We're level 6, we aren't level 6 yet. So we got a little care package right here. There's not an open. I don't know why we can use that. I have no idea why this is red. I've never seen that before. I think we'll let this one stay in the mail because it's 2 levels off, but and we can't use a mage yet, but why not? So I think we're off to just get all the quests here, and if we see the other, we only got cooking and first aid, so if we see a fishing trainer and an engineering trainer and mining trainer, we're off to that. We did purchase our hammer and our mining pick, and we also found our first unique cooking recipe, the lynx steak, which just requires lynx meat and it gives us a food buff, so we're off to that. So let's ask around what this place needs. Hello, Magister. The arcane patrollers crafted by our forefathers to protect the city have fallen into a dangerous state of disrepair. They fail to recognize us as their masters and they will attack us on sight. Even though they were created many years ago, the arcane cores that powers them are still quite useful. I want you to gather these cores and bring them to me so I can put them to good use. You'll find the patrollers in the ruined section of Silvermoon. Okay. And we can get an upgraded belt and a piece of silver. We agree. So we got a bit more silver. For some... I have no idea how, but somehow our level 17 warlock from the previous session managed to acquire 9 gold in his short lifespan. So I think we can benefit a little from that. Maybe purchase 1 more bag, but I think that's it. We won't need any more help. And the only reason I sent these items over and the mace they were lying in Fandros' bag. I didn't purchase them off the auction house, we just found them randomly, and instead of selling them for a minuscule amount of silver, that seemed boring, so I just sent them over. And I think we can reconcile with that. There's a wanted poster here. The city of Silvermoon hereby issues a reward for the head of Thalos, the Hungerer, notorious richest ringleader. He is wanted for repeated crimes against the general populace of Silvermoon City, including the murder of 2 city guards. So he has somehow murdered a level 25 guard. Report to Sergeant Karan to collect the reward. Okay. No item reward, but there's a gold reward. Captain of the Bloodhawks. That's cool.
Our enemies will fall.
Valaria Shalan. The wretched are a constant thorn in my side, Elasem. When they're not being a danger to themselves by tapping unstable arcane sources to satisfy their caring, they're cooking up half-brave schemes against our respectable society. A group of wretched recently raided a supply of unstable mana crystals from one of our arcane sanctuaries. If not handled properly, the crystals would explode, were they not forced to blow a hole in the city's walls. Now, I don't care if they blow themselves up, but if the whole incident would make my men look bad, you can't have that. Bring me back any remaining stolen crystals. They might still be inside their original crates. Okay.
Remember the sun.
So let's take up those. What can we find here? A weapon master. Okay, that's pretty cool.
We will persevere.
Nothing. He could learn us pole arms at level 20.
Farewell.
But it's pretty cool to have a weapon master right here. And I think normally you can ask what can I learn at other places, but not here. Paladin trainer, so this is where our trainer resides. That's also nice to know.
Wisely.
And that's a very good shield. But I think I like the look of our current shield so much that I don't want to trade it. I think we can keep this one for now. Even though we do now have the money to perform such upgrades. A paladin trainer? We are not level 6 yet, so... And a rogue trainer, okay. So this is where we go to train. That's nice to know. And the cheese vendor we sold to earlier. And this seems to be a quest right here as well. I think we can finish up this section before venturing out. Maybe we could ask for a...
Victory lies ahead.
Okay. That's a very good sword. And it's a two-handed. So the one-handed apparently deals more DPS than the one. And again, I think I like the look of the one we have so much that I want to keep it. But I think we can purchase this one because so much DPS increases. Really good upgrade. And for 5 silver, we can sell it back for 1. So essentially a 1 silver cost, and we have so much. And we can purchase ourselves a little luxury item right here, even though it's not as cool as the one we had. So if I can just ask this guy right here. Maybe I have to go into the primary city, but I expect we have to do that soon anyway. A mining trainer. So we can get fishing trainer? Within our grand city.
Salama Ashalanore.
And Silvermoon City as well. Okay.
Remember the sun well.
I will remember the sun well. So I think we can go out and... Hello! The wretched. There are the patrollers, and these are the crates. Okay. And we have moved our buffs down here, so they should be a little easier to find. Oh. Apparently not. So, just gonna help her out. I like it when they do that. I think we could gather a party. I see no harm in joining forces. But my experience that for the low levels, most people just want to go ahead and go on their own. And since we are off to the city for a quick proficiency one, we can't really ask someone to join us in that. So I'm wondering, are we even to loot these guys? Okay. We want the cores of the golems and the crystals. Okay. Refresh my might here. So we still quite haven't got a lot of abilities yet. Oh, I think we should remember to mana tap these if they have any. The wretched, they should have some. Yes, they do. Wait, I did not get to activate that one. And there goes the level. So I think we can finish these 2 short quests and then no worries there. We pulled another mob, that's fine. So we really haven't found a use for our Holy Lights bolt yet. But we might as well. We have so much mana and we even have the battery stacked up. I'm wondering where their leader is. We might need to go up. And we can pretty comfortably use our abilities on cooldown. There's no need to. Even though we pulled the second one right here. Chunk of bread. Okay. So already we can see when we can equip this one. So it's a huge armor upgrade and we get +2 strength. Of course, yes, we will bind it. But this isn't too bad of a match. I think they really upped the... They actually said there should be a head right here. So I think it's right here at the top, probably. Would make sense. And then we're just off to hunt the golems afterwards. Wait, it's not ready yet. So, for Fandros, we at some point we purchased a wand off the auction house, which was so good that it basically nullified all other damage that we could do. But to my knowledge, Paladin damage is mostly based on just auto attacking. So I think purchasing weapons will again be a very good choice to... So there seems to be no... Oh, was this the guy? Invite. Invite, invite, no, no, no. Thanks, man. Let's give him a round of applause. And he seemed like he wanted to be on his own. That's fine. We are just off to hunt these golems right now. We also have mana. So this seems to be a little bit of a rare drop. And there are not so many golems. But I think this us scaling just with auto attacks that makes engineering a very nice profession, since I think it'll give us the opportunity to have a bit more buttons to press. So I didn't make it. In forms of grenades and everything like that. It's a corpse. So the golems are proven a little hard to find. And I think I have to remember that I don't have fast looting on anymore. Because with that you could just basically tap it and then see what you have gotten afterwards. But that's a little harder without fast looting. You can end up skipping some items, especially for fishing. It's going to be a little bit of a... Might turn it on for fishing just so we don't miss out on a fish that we fished up. Because that little delay, if you do not loot the fish when the window pops up, then you can accidentally cast your second line and then you just missed on a potentially green item like the one we got for Fandros and that lucky lake. Wait, double patrol, you're gonna get that one. No, not too great on my part. Just take care not to... I think for sessions like this, it's really nice that I turned up the music a little bit for you guys. I think the music is a very good part of this whole grinding experience, especially here in the Eversong woods. And the music here is very nice. because there might not be as much to comment on when we're just right-clicking our way through everything. Probably the shaman is a bit more. I've played a shaman to a right level, just below 30, I think I got to in classic. So I think there was a lot of buttons there, and you can do all sorts of very active things like kiting with your totems. Was very not intense, but there definitely was a lot of buttons to press. Of course, I can't judge this class based on a level 6, but that's what I'm told from reading on the interwebs. So we get some good stuff here. Another steel. I think we can spend a little time reading what this one does. So fills the Paladin with the spirit of a Crusader, granting melee attack power, whereas this one just grants us flat holy damage and does flat damage when activated. We can go train our spells first. The Paladin also attacks 40% faster but deals less damage. Only one seal can be active. Unleashing the seal, increasing holy damage taken by up to 23. Your melee strikes will refresh its duration. Only one judgment. Okay, so we can debuff the enemy first with the Crusader, and then we will deal more damage with our Seal of Righteous. That's interesting. If we purchase a weapon here, yeah, that's the same weapon.
Our enemies will fall.
I would train in the race of the light. We get parry next level. Might as well get the Holy Light. And this panic button.
Be ready for
Very
anything.
nice. So we get Holy Light, and I think we'll just replace that. Maybe we keep the rank 1 as an emergency. Okay, they have the same cast time, but it's still less mana. We can keep it for now. This one, 5-minute cooldown. You're protected from all physical attacks. So this is our panic button. When during that time you cannot attack. Okay, this is very good. I think we'll put that here. And then we got Seal of the Crusader, and I'm not quite sure what to do about this one. For the Shaman, I remember having for one button buffs basically, and we might need to duplicate that, but as we do not know
Victory lies ahead.
which order we're gonna press our buffs in yet, I think we can hold on a little to that. You think I'm being too cruel, Worm? No, never said that. They killed 2 of my men this month. We're too kind on the wretched scum. And I think there's probably like a Hebe sector in here who said, oh, the wretched are just like us, they're just very hungry. Who this guy's a little irritated at. Yes, I have a head to show you. That scoundrel, Thalis, finally he met his fate. Good job, Elasem. Things would be quiet with the wretched for a while. Okay, thank you.
The reckoning is at hand.
You can take your gold. And Captain of the Bloodhawks.
The eternal sun guides us.
It does. The wretched are a constant thorn in my side. Hey, he told us. Did you receive the stolen goods? Yes. Excellent work, thank you. Besides the constant threat that wretched present, I have also to deal with all kinds of fictitious reports of night elf sightings. So he doesn't believe them. Though most reports are unfounded, one recent incident demands further investigation. The West Sanctum, one of our primary energy sources, has suffered a terrible malfunction, and rumors of a Danashian sabotage are rampant. Travel there and deal with anyone that looks suspicious. Anyone that looks suspicious. That's a little broad. Report back to Laykeeper Valanaria, who watches over the Sanctum. Okay, and we get gold for that as well. So we'll investigate, and I think we'll just sell up all our goods. And I think now we're moving out of the... Oh, I almost want to save the sword for the looks. And we can sell the... So this is a buff. I have to try that one. I think we can sell all else right here. Nice. And the apples too. I think we can also begin to food buff.
Time is of the essence.
Since we are now moving out of the... I think this was an extension of the start area, basically.
What business have you?
Have you success in gathering the arcane cores? Yes. Well done. With our arcane Samsings not operating at full capacities, these power cores will go a long way in supplementing our needs. And we'll get the belt. I'm pleased to discover that you at least somehow competent. I'll give you another task since you seem so eager. This is a letter to Key Laykeeper Candanis, the arcanist in charge of the upkeep of the North Sanctum. Go southwest of Falconwing Square, and you will find him. He's a very important person, so I hope you don't bother him too much with trivial chatter. We haven't said a word so far, but... Deliver the unmarked letter to Laykeeper. Okay.
Stay the course.
We will. And that seems to be what we have here. So, melee attack power increased. 100. We can buff him. No self. So there's a quest right here as well, and I think we might go there. We can just check on this quest whether or not it wants us to go to the grand city of Silvermoon. Probably will very shortly. Hello, Laykeeper.
State your business. Keep your wits about you.
He's a very important person after all.
Nobilore della nave.
Our sanctum siphon arcane power from the ley line currents that traverse all lands, invisible to the naked eye. With the sun well gone, they provide us with a steady and reliable source of magic. Okay. Yes, Paladin? Here's your letter. Thank you. I've been expecting this letter. Good. Since you are here, I have a favor to ask you. Laykeeper Velaneri, apprentice, dropped by earlier to ask for assistance. Apparently there's some malfunction happening at the West Sanctum. I've been a bit busy entertaining our most pleasant dwarven guests. See to it that you can give her a hand. We'll find the West Sanctum southwest of here. That makes sense?
Shorel-Oran.
And we had to go there and pick up a lot of quests there. So what's inside here, since everybody... I'm getting a little bit of curious. There's an orb and a prospector. Another prospector, so I'm guessing there's a quest chain forming here. I think before we go there, I think we might want to venture into the city. Just beyond the horizon right here. So this quest mod is essentially cheating, but I think it's very nice to just get all the quests, see all the things there's to see.
Glory to the Sindora.
You there, you must help me, please. A fellow apprentice and I were attacked by the wretched. In their mad hunger, they took everything. Mana crystals, spellbooks, everything. Melidor gave chase. I had to stay behind and look after what they didn't take. Continue down the road and Fiji can lend him a hand. Okay. Wait, and he was turned into a pig? I was not expecting that. Back away slowly. So there's another quest right there, the soap pages. So I think we can pick up that one as well. We might as well go over there and take all the quests. This is where we are led automatically by the quests, so it makes sense that we should go there. Apprentice Melidor, who's a pig now.
Our enemies will fall.
They're gone now. Scared the breaches out of them with a well-placed fireball. Unfortunate for me, they threw our precious cargo into the river. Those splashes reds sure can run fast at the sight of someone who stand up to them. But let not worry about that. I need to find my instructor's elemental grimoire. I'm certain I saw one of those cowards throw it into the river, but I cannot seem to be able to locate it. I could use another set of eyes. I'll throw in a bit of coin if you can spot it.
Farewell.
Okay, so we're to find the missing tome. I see something. There it is. I think we'll cross the river the normal way. This heavy armor is not very good for swimming.
Baladash,
Malador.
Malanore.
No, I had luck. You just didn't want to get your feet wet, but that's fine. The book is completely soaked. Instructor Eleanor's not going to like this at all. Here, take this money. I have an idea. He's going to fly off his rocker when he finds his book is ruined. I've got a little personal for you. Don't worry, I'll make it worth your while. Take this book to him and tell him nothing of the incident. If he asks, just tell him you dropped the book into a puddle. He has no direct authority over you, so there's not much he can do. He delivers his lectures at Still Whisper Pond, southeast of Silvermoon. You'll do this for us, right? I'll reward you handsomely for this favor. So basically, he doesn't want to face his master, and he lets us take all the blame. What a great guy, and we are completely willing to ditch our honor in favor of a few copper coins. But fair enough. I think we will head west first. These seems to be a little higher level quests, so it makes sense that these are the next zone before we go into the Ghostlands. A feral dragonhawk. Never tested might on these before. So we can just try out how hard they hit. Maybe we should have tried our new Crusader seal, but... If I check my levels now, they seem to be very low. I have been wondering whether or not this boost I have applied has not worked at all. So I'm sorry if you have not heard the beautiful music and no background at all during this period. I can still hear sound effects, but I'm wondering if you can. But I might just make it around and then I'll have a quick look at that before continuing on. Malfunctions at the West Sanctum. So this is kind of a little hub.
Yes.
Hello, Velania. My job consists of one task and one task only, ensuring that the West Sanctum runs smoothly. You have to excuse my temper, but as you can see, the situation here is a bit out of hand. Look around you. Things aren't exactly in order. We have a severe malfunction at the West Sanctum. Let us do our best to prevent matters from getting worse. And we get rewarded for that. One more level. It's about time that dimwit Caldanius sent someone this way. I warned of the dangers of increasing the load of the West Sanctum. Now one of our energy converters is destroyed, and arcane wraiths are pouring out of the Sanctum. I'm going to need you to take care of those creatures before we send anyone in for repair. Make haste! So kill everything in there, and we get a blade that is cool, but
Time is
not
of the
worth our while.
essence.
But why not? So, since this is a kill quest, I think it's polite to ask. A lot of fair ladies running around. Okay, so since no one seems to be willing to team up, so it does no damage. But the debuff makes it take increased only damage. As you can see, it hits for 7 hour. And now we have this buff available. So if we debuff... I'm not really sure. More attack power. Let's see how we hit for. We hit for 16 on a white hit. Let's try to have this one on. And here we have the 14, 15, but we should attack faster. So the DPS is a little hard to measure. Of course, we couldn't go in here. I think it won't make that big of a difference, but we can alter a little bit just for the heck of it. Big crit right there. Very nice. And the holy damage definitely does more with that debuff on it. So I'm wondering why nobody is willing to team up. Right, this guy. And he accepted. Let's buff our mate. Even though he doesn't get much benefit from it. And now they are Solar Trend. I think if with our combined... Oi, a scout! And he resisted. So I think we're, even though it's more polite to ask if they want a party, I think a lot of people are very focused on leveling, and we might as well just get a little bit. Wait, a letter. This document contains detailed maps of a different strategic building in the Eversong Woods. A diagram of an arcane phantom is sketched in good detail. There seem to be numerous notes in a language you don't recognize. As these were carried by an Asian spy, it might be a good idea to bring them to Captain of the Guard. Okay. So we find a spy's note. When they actually... They seem to have an ability. We forget to use our mana battery when we have our debuffs down here. That's not... I think that's why we didn't end up having our boss right here. I think we'll have to do something about that, but I won't for the time being due to being with our companion. It would be rude for us to let him do all the work. There are multiple. Let's debuff this guy. We can take this, no worries. So I think we'll stick to Seal of the Righteous. It seemed to be the more simple option. Just have that one. I'm just needing one more mana wraith. And we pulled something. I think teaming up with one other person is actually a very good way to do anything in this game, because there's essentially is a level boost if I have my information correct. So if this one creature gave 100 experience, then split between us, we will get more than 100 experience. We get like 110, so we get like 60 or 55 each. I don't know the exact values, but essentially we are net gaining experience. Okay, so we'll start up with the Adonasian spy. Night elves? Here, those rats. I agree. Do you suppose they had anything to do with the malfunctioning my sanctum? If you have any information, you better take it to Captain Sunbrand at once. Okay.
Salama Ashalanore.
Thank you, Elasem. Now that we have the raid under our control, we can send someone in to assess the damage. Hopefully this wasn't anything permanent. And I think we'll take the staff, actually, because it sells for more.
Remember the sun well.
So I'm off to the west. Wanna come? Let's go. See if you want to join us. We want to grab this one quest right here before we venture back. So maybe this Night Elf quest could lead us. Oh, he didn't want to come. So I did see a mine earlier, so now we are skipping out on materials, which is not so nice. But we really want to stay on top of our profession, so we don't have to do a long... Right there, there's a copper mine, which could be turned into AoE explosives or something like that. And since we have all this survivability, I think with grenades we could perhaps actually benefit from doing a multiple. So The only thing sad about engineering is that you have to wear the goggles, or don't have to, but they probably provide a big benefit. To remember that I placed this on X, this is probably a stupid place to put it. I think I'll just put it over here for now. Then put this one back where it was before. There's multiple quests right here. Hello, sun
Our
gaze.
enemies will fall.
Long have we toiled to see our lands returned to its former glory. Ever shall we remain vigilant against those who have invaded and defiled Quel'Thalas. We will not rest until they are driven from our sight. Let none exist who stands in the way of the Sin'dorei. A glorious one. Greetings, Paladin. Take a look towards the shore. What do you see? That's right, our beach, the tranquil shore beach, has been infested with the malignants known as the Murloc. This guy's furious. The blight will not stand. I have a task for you. If you feel up to it, I would have you have their heads. Let us see if we can put a dent in their numbers so large they have. So he wanna call them Murlocs.
The reckoning is at
I
hand.
just had to give up there. I don't know why. Okay, so this is a wide area, but let's see if we can fish up this. It's a little sad again that we don't have fishing. We could benefit. Probably is a school of fish somewhere here in these pools. So maybe we were taking this quest too early. And from the looks, okay, we can find plenty of water bodies. And we missed. But it still got the debuff. That's so I think we missed, even though we missed our damaging part with just no damage. We still got up the debuff. That's nice. Oh, this one doesn't have any mana. Hail, Paladin. Want a team? Actually, I stole this guy. not so nice thing to do.
Our destiny awaits.
Lady, I see. Let's call the things. So doesn't seem to be a lot of them. What is this white stuff? I've never seen that before. That's pretty interesting. That's probably a quest that we will have later on, I suppose. So the paladins, I'm wondering, can we buff? Lost orders. Interesting. What have you found here? Is a waterproof leather tubing containing a number of sheets and
Fate is
parchments.
kind to you.
Congratulate you. Huh? I don't... By the markings upon them, the pages are clearly navigation routers, and each bears the signature of one Captain Calyssandra. You heard of a small defended camp just east of nearby Sunsail Archerage. Maybe the captain is there. Okay, so off to a... Huh? Find a lost pirate cove? Fine. A chest. Let's go ahead and roll for it. There's probably... We rolled at an 8. It's probably hers, so we could be a gentleman and say it's yours, my lady. But I think if Lux smiles upon us, she could roll lower than us. But it's not like that it will contain any... I say, and it eludes a tiger's eye. She wanted fair and square. Remember to tap our mana. So we might just take our Hearthstone back if we do not want to complete the captain's quest just yet. Let me finish up this one. Okay. Let's see here. This one doesn't have any mana, so we have essentially no way of pulling him from any kind of real range. Invalid. Oh, I thought this was a... I think we can just murder everything we see. Hi there. Our quest. We are hunting for murlocs. I'm in, okay.
Quel'Thalas shines once again.
We got some mackerel. I think I remember those being able to be cooked, since they are raw. Ooh, he passed on this one. So I think we might just head straight east afterwards and look at the captain's chest, if we can get to finish this quest in any... Oi! Merc! We gotta kill that one. Gotta tag it. Gotta tag it. That wasn't my stun. It didn't give anything. I think it was probably a quest guy, and we just killed him. Now I feel bad. But, well, he gave us a head. So, can't feel too bad. So there seems to be more quests on this shore. So we might not have a particular need to finish this quest right now. I'm wondering where... This is my friend, right? Yeah, this is my friend. We can come back and do this later. Because there seem to be many more quests here. Or the big one could be the next step in this quest line. Just wondering, can we have already buffed her and she doesn't seem to have? I think it just said that you could have one seal per paladin. So I'm just wondering whether or not she could essentially buff me with the same blessing. But it seems like it's not the case. Yeah. So a lot of people leveling. And a lot of them doing it together. I think that's a wise move. A huge band of elves running around. And you can dual wield already. I actually didn't know that. Get over here. I think this white stuff right here, it's too shiny to not be anything that you can click for a particular quest or something like that. A shield, which is better. I think we have to wear it. But it's so ugly. God dang it. And now we know that these probably drunked up the meat that we want for. Just gonna have a look, since we are... Maybe we should not have done that. If there are plenty of... Nope. No meat. I can hear the Eversong Woods theme in the background now. It's a very nice one. And there's the big one again. Well, he did give us a head already, so it might not be too bad to to kill, but if someone has the quest, it's very rude not to let them have him. In my mind, anyway. Probably feel a little bad if a guy who didn't even need the kill camp them up. So fear by the warlock actually didn't get aggro. Ooh. We have to remember that we can use Icon Torrent to interrupt. Before here we get our stun. Only need one. What a good guy. I think we'll finish up these ones. And maybe we should take a heal. But essentially... Oh, come on. Yeah. So healing takes up a lot of mana. That's really expensive. So we could do what we could do actually, and I would do if I was playing with a guy I knew really well. Done. Then you could set it to free fall, because then you would have more chances of looting what you wanted. So let's go to this guy and just check whether or not we get the next part for the big one. I think we might want our mate along with us for that one. What is this sword? I'm wondering if it's one we get later. The Bloodhawk Claymore. It seems like it's one we actually get. Really cool one. So I thought that this was the weapon we saw before that was in the enchanted weapon, but it's apparently something we get from a quest, seems like. Up here. Oh, he probably has a profession already. He has taken up alchemy. So a lot of paladins running around.
Victory lies ahead.
I agree. Long have we toiled to see our land. Oh, yeah, we heard that one. We rangers of the Fast Rider Retreat are dedicated to setting right the damage that has been wreaked upon our fair lands. We will go to any length to do so. I trust that you have returned with the Murloc hats I tanks to gather. Yes. A job well done. By the smell of it, I say you returned all that I asked for, and possibly more. I'm sure that we can find some use for these in a stew or something. At last, it does not appear to have that your efforts has done the trick. The Murlocs are not in retreat. This calls for more direct action. The Grimscale Murlocs have not been scared off, but I think I know what will send them packing. As well, I'd get me some personal retribution. They have a Cheatin. Yeah, that's the guy. Calls it and wanders the Golden Strands south of the river inlet. The beast once slew a compatriot of mine, and now wears his ring in open defiance and mockery. Slay and bring back my friend ring. Then we shall see these monsters cower. And we get a very nice shield, which probably, yes, looks cooler than one we have. Gloves or an equal level weapon. Slightly used ranger's blade. Okay.
Salama Ashalanore.
So let's do that. We have to run south anyway. Yeah, he's coming. And now what? Okay, so he just refreshed our buff. So we can only have one blessing active at a time. We can't stack them, even though they are from two different paladins. that's the little sad thing about running a paladin. Your buffs aren't as exclusive. You aren't as needed for the parties. There are plenty of paladins running around who can provide just the same thing as you. And since they do not stack, it's not as worthwhile to bring more. But well, there he is. Get him. No. So we could try to let these guys be overrun, but let's help out our Blood Elf brethren. So it seems like he did respawn fairly quickly. We can just murder anything while we're standing about. Same goes for when running to places. It's like a very good idea to just get things while they're there. Might as well. Sorry, they were grouped. No worries. No worries, my friend. We will get another chance at retribution. Wait, I should watch my health. Oh, resisted. I like how he follows. So we do play on an RP server, and I think that's there's a little more chattering going on. I think that's kind of a little more world building. That's fun. Let's try and hype it up a little bit. Claim our homeland and the ring. Let's see if he bounces back. But first the ring. Yeah. Well, we are reclaiming the shores. I wonder if we have room for. Yeah, we have the room. His time to loot. Wondering where it does spawn. Maybe it does spawn up here. We've encountered it 2 times here now. We can work up to the homelands. Not quite sure I get that one. Work our way up, maybe. So, well, Lumberjack Axe is the same stats, but it has a red one, so it's very Sindorai-like. Five-minute cooldown isn't too bad, so we could use this one a little liberally if we're afraid of dying at some point, but for the time being I think we're fine. I think we should put this in our bars, and I think remember having on a G. Let me have a nice meal. You in need? You hungry? Can give her 1 meal. Here. Have a meal. No fire. Warm us. The hot sands will do. Yes, yes, luxury. Luxury indeed. So maybe we should keep moving. Maybe we should keep moving. Yes. Scour the coastline. No! Brother. Invite. We can leave. Can't. Now. Now not. Very nice. Sindorai! And we totally spelled that out wrong. You shall bow for them.
Yes!
I love the enthusiasm. I'm off to find a treasure. Anyone care? Join me.
Be well.
Al-Dir Shalah.
I guess not. We are waved goodbye. So I think these are doing the... So this is probably the next step in this one, Captain Kendra's cargo. Okay, so there's a whole big question right here. We can actually use the mace in like one mob. So this little side adventure that took a little took off a little bit. Was a little larger than we expected. Wow, that silence. And there we got our level. Great. Wondering what we can learn. So a stun, a parry, and purifies. Okay, so purify is not that exciting, but it might be useful at some point. I think I just opened up PowerPoint. So I have these keyboard macros that for some reason open up and we again miss a copper vein. So I think we really need to go to Silvermoon. Been far too long now and we are missing out on essential ingredients. So whatever this quest is, we will not venture out into the wilderness. Only we can take it if it points us in the direction of home. So we kind of mismanaged that a little bit. We should have taken up mining first, since Silvermoon City was just there. If anything, if we need to, we might do a 0.5 episode like we did in the previous series, where we catch up on our professions. Wow, that's an enclavement. Captain Calyssandra. It's all a mess, Paladin, and it's all my fault. I was moored to get out of the docks where there's still time, but listen, no! What I'm going to do? Those sickly blood elves, the wretched, have made off with my magical goods. And ate them, I think. I'm pretty sure that means they can't be retrieved. And the grim-scaled murlocs pirated away with the rest of my goods in the dead of night. Furthermore, to kick an honest merchant where she's down, my crew abandoned my ship. Blasted. I think I'm going to cry. We just heard. So we have Lost Runners. Hello. You're a sight for sore eyes. I know it's crazy for me to be here, with all the anchorage overrun by the wretched. Velendris and his rangers have sworn to protect me on the condition that I get out of here as soon as I recovered my cargo. What's that they have there? It looks vaguely familiar. And it's Lost Runners. Oh, sweet, sweet Paladin. I have no idea... Prince. I have no idea what those disgusting grim-scaled murlocs had also pirated away with my navigation rudders. Without them, I would have no chance of navigating the seas again once we retake the anchorage and repair the ship. Thank you very much. Here, take this coin as a sign of my appreciation.
Shorel Oran.
And this is the same thing. Thank goodness for you, Paladin. Those slimy Grimscale Murlocs have pirated my cargo. It's bad enough that the wretched have stolen what little magical goods I had, but the Murlocs took the rest. What has this land come to? Could you retrieve my cargo? I can't expect you to be able to get it all back, but I'll be grateful for any at this point. It was the Grimscale Murlocs in the huts just to the west and south of the anchorage of the Golden Strand. I'm sure of it. So this is the thing, the sequencing. Now we have to go back there to get the cargo that we could have gotten all the... we murdered all those before we can overrun external obstacles like the Scourge and the Amani Trolls, we must overcome obstacles from within. The wretched have been a nuisance for long enough. It's time we vanquish them. The wretched grow bolder every day, Elasem. They have achieved enough coordination to launch an attack on Sunsail Anchorage. As if they weren't embarrassing enough, most of our weapons... Just 1 second. Okay. Were left behind where they attacked. Bring me back our ornaments so that we may show those ruffians who's boss. And we get a blade, which is also not as great.
The reckoning is at hand.
So this is here in between. Okay. So we know what we get from this quest, and we have to go down here to complete this. So I think we'll just take our Hearthstone back, because some time has already passed, and I think we'll go back to the city, finish up this, get our new skills, and then learn our professions, and that can be the episode. Hello,
What do you
Innkeeper.
seek?
I would like to browse your goods. Maybe save this raw mackerel. I think we can find a bank somewhere and put it in. Oh, that was the old one. Small X. Perfect. Restores mana. I think we can possibly not hold on to every single item. But I think we should try to use them instead of just selling that. That's a little more fun.
Farewell.
Farewell. And glory to the Sindorai. And we completed his quests. Yes, we too.
The dark times will pass.
You got something for me? Let's take a look. You sure you found these on a night elf? They're clearly written in Dwarven. From what I can understand from this letter, whoever wrote this did not cause the malfunction, but rather was sent here as a spy to observe the results of it. They could call our endeavors reckless and dangerous, but who? Of course, that envoy from Ironforge. We were fools to trust anyone belonging to the Alliance. Listen, Elasem, this is a very delicate situation. Even though we identified your spy, we cannot kill him out in the open. We cannot try to capture him, either, as the risk of him escaping is too great. If you want to go to Prospector Anvil Ward at the North Sanctum and kill him, do this in a quiet manner. And we don't want word to spread that we allowed a spy into our city. Bring me his head as proof. Ironforge will learn not to meddle with the Sindorai. Ooh, and here we get the Bloodhawk Claymore, which looks so cool. Or a long knife.
We will have justice.
We will have justice.
Victory lies ahead.
So, parry. A 0% I hope it's greater than that. And Purify and Hammer of Justice. Very nice.
Death to all who oppose us.
I think now we venture out into our great city of Silvermoon. I think we can even wait with this one. So what we have here? We have Purify. I think we can have that over here. Wait. Yes, that's fine. And then we have the hammer. Let's just check for the parry chance real quick. A 4% parry chance, so basically we take almost 5% less damage. Really good ability for the amount spent to get it. And we'll do this. And I have no idea when to use this actually, but maybe it's better than I give it credit for. Stunts the target for 3 seconds. That seems to be a great ability to have when we have to kill this guy silently.
The eternal
Ranger Jailer,
sun guides us.
the Dead Scar. It's been a long day of cutting down the mindless skirts that endless parade down the Dead Scar. I hope you're here to lend a hand and not to waste any more time with idle chatter. The black swath of soil that cuts through Eversong Woods is the permanent reminder of the day Arthurus led the scourge into our beloved city. The blemish is more than an eyesore, as even today it brings scourge from the Ghostlands into Silvermoon. Go, Elasem, and give my men a handle in killing the mindless on this. Then walk down the dead scar. And we're given some gloves. Okay.
We will have justice.
But again, I think we really have to go get our professions. This little side quest here that took way much time. So I thought that we were gonna be given a quest, go to someone in Silvermoon with this letter, and we probably are. Irritatingly enough, that's probably what's gonna happen in just 1 second. But until it does. So this is the not so great thing about not having a guide.
Choose wisely. Keep your
So
wits
you need
about you.
recipes. Skinning trainer, leather working trainer. Not what we're looking for. Hello, Sky Mistress. We can actually purchase a ride to the Ghostlands, it seems. I dare not press the button in case of that button actually flying us to the Ghostlands. That would not be so nice. Can do this one real quick. The Master. Enchanting mentor. These are probably not worth a lot since there are so many people here who can farm them. But that was how we got the most of our fortune for Fandros. So I was purchasing rare recipes and then selling them back for a very good profit. So instructor...
Anaria Shola.
Students are a bit like sheep. They're useful and even a bit likable when you guide them and pay close attention to them. So polymorph. You leave them for a minute and they end up falling down a cliff or drowning in a shallow river. Drowning even. I have a book for you. What calls for this interruption of my lecture, Paladin? And we cheer when we give him the book. You say those two incompetent fools bribe you to lie to me? So we told him the truth because we're such an honorable Paladin and we didn't want to take the blame from them, apparently. You done very well in coming to me, Elasem. I hope you learn a valuable lesson today. Never trust someone else to lie for you. That's a great lesson. Now I want you to go back to my two dim-witted students and discipline using this wand. My magic tells me that you'll find them along the road to the west of the other side of the dead scar. Come back to me after you've done this. I'll give you a small reward for your troubles. And we get a 4-slot bag, even more bag space. Okay, so we don't need to purchase another bag because then we'll be full of bags. Even though we could purchase the 6 slots, which is a little greater. Let's venture into the Silvermoon. Oh, very great. Wait. He does remember stacking the statue of the Great Gale thus. Statue. Walk of Elders. So Silvermoon, I've never really found out how this city functions, but maybe we'll find out in this playthrough. Hello, guard.
Anu Bellore Della Na.
What in our fair city do you want to visit? I would like to find a mining trainer. First and foremost. Right here. If digging in the dirt is your pastime, go share your insanity.
Remember.
Okay, so they're not really pleasant towards miners. Wayfarer's Rest. So this is probably an inn. Maybe we can find another rare recipe in here. So I think Silvermoon is very... I wouldn't say confusing, but no. A lot of places right here. And probably if we are lucky or unlucky, depending on how you look at it, we might walk into an RP event. Yeah, similar to those found in other places on the Alliance side. Okay. So the orc can get here. Defiler emissary. Tradesman.
Your gold is welcome here.
I'm glad to hear it. Dust of decay. So usually the recipes are on the last page.
We will have justice.
Just wondering. So maybe we'll just go to the tradesman and then ask for the mining trainer. Perhaps we should also ask for the engineering trainer while we're at it. Hello, guard.
Anaria Shola.
A profession trainer. Or engineering. Same place.
Death to
And
all
then for
who
fishing,
oppose us.
perhaps. Profession trainer. Or so we don't pass by him and then have to go back fishing. Right there. So we'd already have passed him, but we have to pass him on the way out.
Salama
So we just...
Ashalanore.
what can we else? There's an auction house in here. There's multiple. To the east. Okay.
We will have justice.
Fashion trainer. He's not very fond of digging either. A druid trainer. That's cool that they made a grove for the druids who come here. Hello, orc. So I just realized that that other orc was sitting on a blood elf mount, but I think it was the black one, which means it's the PvP one, which might not require the reputation. But it could be attractable if you wanted the mount just to level in these zones, because you get, in my mind, greater rewards from it, and it's more modernly packed with quests. So I'm guessing we are to go here. Blood Elf Warlock. Probably not the place. Fanders would love it here. So how do we get there? Students of Shadow. That seems like another. The Sanctum? Rogue Trainer. And we can ask the golems for help. So okay, so we're probably right in here. Fairstrider's Quarter. Court of the Sun, and that's probably where we find our Paladin trainer. Whole host of the races walking by. Engineering trainer. Very nice. Well, let's see what you can learn. Let us do business. Apprentice engineering. Yes, we want that.
Salama Ashalanore.
And what can we do from this? We can craft projectiles we have no use for, and dynamite. This is the one we've been looking for, and then rush stone. So we need some blasting powder, and then we can use the linen cloth. We haven't got first aid yet, have we? Yes, we have. Never mind.
The dark times will pass.
Handful of bolts, and we can learn a more powerful bomb later on. Okay. So it seems like mostly here in the beginning it's going to be hunter related items. But I think we can still find a use for it.
At hand.
I'm beginning to question whether or not it's so good to go for engineering, but ooh, there are schematics here. And we can even purchase blasting powder. Ah, let's do it. We want to craft one. These are way higher level. And engineering, big engineering bag. I'm wondering if these are actually worth anything, because it requires more than 300 engineering, so it's actually an outland item. But we don't have the money to spare. Pretty cool though, that we can actually purchase these.
Shorelaran.
Shorelaran. So maybe we do want mining or blacksmithing instead, but I think that probably all the items we can make in blacksmithing is going to be outpaced by the quest items that we can make.
Yes.
So we can make copper pants, which are nice, and the mace, but again, I think this is outpaced by our questing items, especially now since we started a little later. I think we'll just grab the mining.
Baladash Malanore.
Train me. Yes. I think we could
Farewell.
consider the new profession,
Everything has a price.
but I really wanted to save that
Death
for if we
to all
started
who
the
oppose us.
Draenei,
We will persevere. The reckoning is at hand.
because then two people can benefit, and if we visit any auction house, it's gonna be chock full of jewelry due to all the people leveling jewelry and wanting to sell them off for cheap. So I bet that we can find a lot of cheap items anywhere if we just go look for it. So I think we can go south now. Wow, he got to level 60 fast. And then look for the auction house and see if we can find any fingers or something like that. And already a Outland mount. I think people are pretty serious about their leveling. What's this? It's a level 40 Blood Elf Paladin. Maintain order within these walls. Hello. If Lian. Close to something else. So what would that count as? Would it be armor? Miscellaneous. Finger? Yes. So a lot of cheap fingers right here. Well, not that cheap actually. Or level 10, spirit, intellect. We cannot use intellect. We only wanted something to... I kind of want to bid on this just because it's only 3 silver. Why not get a finger? Level 13, that's a bit far off, but we can still make a bid on it. Why not? So I actually thought there would be my tigers. So it seems like the profession entails creating these tigers eye, and they're probably unique one. We can make, let's make 2 bits. And then next, maybe? Agility. I think agility only provides us with armor, and levels 13 is again a little far off, but... Okay, I thought might have overthought bandit mask. So now we know if we find a bandit mask, we might want to sell it, but okay, I actually thought that would be way more at very cheap prices. I thought the market would be totally flooded with the early on engineering items, but I guess I was wrong. So let's go find the fisherman. I think that would be the episode of the day. So this really shows that we do not have a guide or anything like that.
Victory
You can
lies
very
ahead.
easily become very Manaloom. Distracted by other quests, and then you do things very inefficiently. And though it's not terrible to do things inefficiently, it kind of feels bad to go farm out of place for 8 Murloc heads and then have to go back there to farm for some lost cargo. It seems like a little... actually move the bar a little. I'm just gonna move that back.
What do you seek?
We might use this. We did that last time. We purchased 2 of these, and with the increase in fishing skill, we got way more out of actually doing the
Be
fishing
ready for anything.
when we trained. So
Glory
I think
to the
that's
Sindor.
a nice purchase. I can teach you fishing skills. Potato.
Time
Let's do
is
it.
of the essence.
So I think we have to find a nice quarters. We know that there's an inn somewhere nearby, but damn, Silvermoon City, that's a big place to explore. More leather workers. Guildmaster. Mind if I crash here?
Choose wisely. Stay the course.
Perhaps we should actually have found the cooking trainer. I think we'll sleep here. No one will know. So I thought he was gonna sleep. He sleeps a little weirdly, but can't blame him. See you in the next one. Have a good one.